Welcome to another episode of Headlines in High Heels with me, Meredith. Thank you so much for tuning back in. I really appreciate it. We have some very exciting guests on today, including Lindsay Rubin. She's going to talk about her difficulty that she had in college, recovery, hope. It's going to be a wonderful story about how she wrapped up everything in her life and how she's become so successful today. Then we have none other, the boys from Dockside Dave's. That's right, we have Chef Dustin in the house and owner Brandon, and they dropped by so much food. It smells fabulous in here. You're not going to want to miss that. But also, we have one of the biggest divorce announcements that's happening right now. Jelly Roll, Taylor Swift is getting married. There's so much going on. Let's head into it right now. Headlines in High Heels. Come on, let's go. Okay, besties, get that tea because it is piping hot today. We have a big divorce that just happened, and Nashville is a buzzing right now. After nearly a decade together, yes, none other than Jelly Roll and Bunny are officially calling it quits. Divorce papers have been filed citing the classic irreconcilable differences, but insiders say there may be a bigger clash that's happening behind the scenes that maybe nobody's pointed out. Apparently, Jelly Roll's recent embrace of faith and more Christian lifestyle have reportedly conflicted with Bunny's unapologetically bold brand and her wild, candid podcast where nothing is off limits, which I truly appreciate. I like Bunny's podcast, so I don't want that to go anywhere. I'm sure she'll be open and honest about what's going on in her divorce. By the way, they split up before in the past. This isn't the first time, so maybe they can reconcile. But we'll see, because according to sources, some in Nashville felt the couple's public images were heading in a completely different direction. The split is being described as mutual and something that had been building for a little while now, but that hasn't stopped the internet from having all the opinions. So hopefully, they can get back together. I like seeing them together. They were so cute. And speaking of opinions, Jelly Roll's daughter is completely over it. She's fired back at fans that are obsessing over the divorce in general. And let me just say this, it just happened. Of course, people are obsessed with it. Plus, you're a public figure and you're always in our face. So when you hear about something like this and you thought they were going to be together forever, everybody's going to be talking about it. Hence why we're talking about it right now. She's just disgusted about all the strangers talking to her about it, the heartbreak, and they think that it's entertainment. But anyway, in general, we just want them to stay together. But if they're happier separate, divorce happens, and I'm sure they'll find somebody else to make them happy. But from one breakup to one of the biggest rumored weddings of all time, none other than Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are apparently taking go big or go home to the Olympic levels. Reports claim a massive concert-style stage is being built for their wedding reception, where celebrity guests could even perform live at their wedding, which is pretty cool. So, okay, who would you have perform at your wedding? I'm thinking definitely Elton John would be a good one. Maybe Christina Aguilera, just because her voice is amazing. But I bet you it's going to be like open karaoke night at her wedding. Just pass around the mic, which would be really, really cool. If you didn't score an invite, don't expect to see any posts about it, as a matter of fact, because guests reportedly have to sign a very strict NDA before they even receive the wedding details. Between the security, the secrecy, and an estimated guest list of over 1,000 people at Madison Square Garden, this is sounding less like a wedding and more like a Met Gala meets the Eras Tour kind of scenario. And speaking of couples getting married, Tom Holland, our favorite Spider-Man, has fans convinced that he and Zendaya are secretly already married. And honestly, he may have accidentally let it slip in the smoothest way possible, which we love. During a recent interview with Esquire, Tom was asked about those AI-generated wedding photos that went viral earlier this year, because the rumor was that they secretly got married, but nobody's confirmed it. Did he have any kind of reassurance from his family that they were fake? His response, no, because they were all there. That's all I need to know. You guys are married. I'm so happy for you guys. They're so cute on the red carpet and they're madly in love with one another. He realized he said a little bit too much, by the way. So Tom quickly shut the conversation down with, that's all you're going to get on that. So, and honestly, that's enough for me. You could talk a little bit more if you wanted to, but I think it's nice that we have a little bit of a confirmation now. So Zendaya previously laughed off the fake wedding photos when she was on Jimmy Kimmel Live. But now fans are putting all the puzzle pieces together and wondering if Hollywood's favorite couple did actually quietly tie the knot, and it sounds like they did. And if that wasn't enough to make everyone swoon, Tom got incredibly candid about their relationship, calling Zendaya his person, his best friend, and saying he's never felt more support or safe in his life. He said the pressures of fame can be overwhelming, but having someone who truly understands that world has become his foundation. Now let's switch gears just a little bit, because this next study has the girls side-eyeing Venmo requests everywhere. Okay, girls, listen up. Researchers say that men who constantly pick up the tab for their female friends may not be doing it just to be nice. Hello. This is my personal opinion. I don't think that women can just be friends with men. You can have your own opinion, but I feel like there is an underlying the guy wants to have sex with you, personally speaking. I don't think that that's far off, but this study also proves it. It found that many guys who spend more money on female friends are also more likely to have romantic interests in them, trying to impress them. Even more interesting, women often recognize those financial gestures as flirting as well. Hello, finally somebody's saying it. So next time your guy friend insists on paying for your dinner, you might be wondering if he's ordering you a dessert or trying to take you on a date or get you in the bedroom, ladies. Keep your eyes wide open. And finally, if you've ever celebrated winning an argument with your partner, you may want to rethink that victory lap for sure. Relationship experts say proving you're right can actually hurt your sex life, and that is the last thing we want to do. We want to help our sex life. Why? Because intimacy thrives on emotional safety and connection, not scorekeeping. So if you're that douchebag guy or douchebag girl that is always right, you can never apologize, which is exhausting, by the way. I feel like I'm talking about one of my ex-boyfriends here. You got to stop, because you're never going to get laid. And it turns out couples who focus on understanding each other instead of winning the debate tend to be happier, closer, and yes, having better intimacy in the bedroom. So maybe the real relationship hack isn't being right, it's knowing when to say, okay, babe, you win. And honestly, that might be the hottest, sexiest take of the day. Okay, we have so much going on today's show. You're not going to want to miss it. We have Lindsay Rubin. She's talking about her recovery, her survival, and how she found hope after a horrible tragedy in her life. She's currently in the middle of writing a book. And then also, one of the best seafood restaurants in town, Dockside Dave's, is here. They're showing off all their delicious grouper, lobster sandwiches. They have some pasta. I can smell it right now. I think I'm talking too much because I am hungry. Let's go try some delicious food. Yes, Dockside Dave. We have the owner, Brandon, and Chef Dustin that's here. Let's get into it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Make sure you keep it here. Don't go.